Welcome. What is up? Welcome to the Mixer. I am your host, RC. I am not joined by my co-host, Jeff. But how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. First things first, do not forget to follow our podcast feed. You can subscribe on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify with Joe Rogan, actually not with Joe Rogan anymore. All the usual spots. Our YouTube channels, The Mixer on YouTube. Links should be in the show notes. And rate, review, and share. Always start with tilts and stilts. So I got a tilt this week. Raw versus retail. So I'm in the car market. I need a new vehicle because current Civic 99, don't even think it has airbags. Not exactly the most baby safe vehicle. So it's me versus retail. I mean, this is the ultimate showdown. Microchip shortage. It's definitely a seller's market. It's competitive. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at. So got my eye on a Toyota because they're 3-time back-to-back for the brand Le Mans winners. And I mean, it's just a solid vehicle. Yeah, I mean, I think they're biggest company in the world, right? Toyota. They've kind of, revitalized the manufacturing, that their method. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Business school 101. Toyota is on point with their manufacturing, and I mean, they deliver a quality product. So yeah, that's where I'm going. And I've been waiting for months now for the inventory to come up, so drive the price down. It's not happening. So I went on to Shift. Shift is not a sponsor, believe it or not. And I mean, they're kind of revitalizing the way used car sales are done. I mean, CarMax, you have to go in there, like Shift to kind of come to you. And so, I've been perusing their inventory. The Zoomers don't know what peruse means, but I've been perusing their inventory. And yeah, I mean, I'm kind of set on the Toyota. They're going to come out with a hot hatch next year. So, unfortunately, I can't wait that long. And who knows what that availability is going to be like. So, but yeah, they're going to come out with the Gazoo Racing Corolla next year that, I want to freaking put a deposit on or whatever I got to do to get one of those things. Cause it's going to be legit. Anywho. So yeah, I mean, there's not too much inventory. Found one. And, anyway, put a deposit on that, but want to see what the competitors have in store. I've always wanted to check out a Ford Focus RS or an Impreza, a STI Rex, Subaru. And so the cool thing about Shift is you can schedule a test drive and they'll bring the car to you and you have it for like an hour. And yeah, and if you want to, they can do everything on a tablet. You can, sign the docs and good to go. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. Again, not a paid sponsor, but yeah, I scheduled a test drive for a Ford Focus RS for Wednesday, and then I get a message on Monday saying, "Oh, the car you wanted is sold. Like, so sorry, pick another car." And I was like, "Okay." So I looked to see what else they got in stock, and they have an STI in stock. So I was like, "Oh, sweet. I'll just I'll test one of those, see how it goes." They call me Wednesday morning, like 7:30, and they're like, "So we don't have a manual transmission, a driving technician." The name of the company is Shift. They don't have a manual transmission driving technician. The agent who I spoke with did not find the irony in that, but I certainly did. So thank you, simulation. But they did offer me a $125 discount if I were to go into the location where they did not have said manual transmission driving technician. And essentially acted as their manual transmission driving technician by moving their vehicle around, since they're apparently incapable of doing that. Anywho, I did not end up going down there, but I might schedule another test drive. I need to check those out. So maybe I'll be like, when you have someone that can actually drive your car, send them my way, because I want to see one of these bad boys. Put it on a trailer, like figure it out, do your job. I couldn't believe that. It's very tilting. I had some stilts. It took the baby down to Puerto Nuevo, Lobster Town, and it was like an hour and a half drive. Baby's in the seat, and then we mainly went down there to eat, and she just threw a fit and wasn't having it. So, I put on my dad pants, got her to focus on something, got her to eat, got her up, walked around. She was adorable running around the restaurant. And then on the way home, she ended up spitting up. It was just chaos, but we got through it. Baby's good. She had a good day. She got out there and killed it. So, that's my stilt for the day. And the baby room, after 2 months now, is finally ready. So, I'm winning. I'm dadding. Adulting. Is dadding a verb? Yeah, that's a verb. Anyway. All right. Let's get into sports here. Let's talk NFL. Week 6 was not. I was not about week 6. The Chargers got smoked 34-6. They just, Herbert wasn't clicking. Ravens dominated time of possession. They were kind of pushing the Chargers D-line around. It was not great. So they went down 34-6 and looked very bad doing so. And there was just a lot of dud games. The Rams blew out the Giants. The Packers blew out the Bears. Aaron Rodgers owns the city of Chicago. In case you haven't heard, the Bengals blew out the Lions. The Cardinals blew out the Browns, who lost last night to... Who did they lose to? The Broncos? No, they beat the Broncos. My bad. It was just a boring game. Cowboys Patriots was good. Steelers Seahawks was good. Titans Bills was great. So there were some good games. It was just a rough one for the Chargers. The Browns, clearly both exhausted after that game the week prior. So yeah, week 6, a week to forget. And there were quite a few injuries that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. The Chiefs football team game was pretty good, for 3 quarters, 2.5 quarters at least. And then the Chiefs just do what they do and they pull away. It seems like the media is ready to kind of like re-anoint them. So we'll have to see how they do this week. They're taking on the Titans. The Titans are banged up. AJ Brown's shitting his brains out. But, Titans got the big dog. If anybody can keep Mahomes off the field, it's the big dog. So I'm actually trying to acquire the big dog, but that's not going too well. By the way, note to self, free. What I want to start doing is doing a, kind of more fantasy focused episode now that I'm finally getting settled in a little bit. I got my trophy over my shoulder. Check us out on the YouTube. You can check it out there. Many of you have, it's been a while since you've seen it, since it's not in your office. And for many of you, it never has been, but, anywho, you can see it on YouTube. You can peep it live and on the interwebs. So, but I want to do is maybe a wrap up show, like a recap Sunday night. I'll probably be blitzed after a few pops, but, get the content out, push it out, maybe give you a little bit of a, fantasy fantasy performances and give my take on that. But got a few trade offers this week for, a variety of players. And, one person who sent me a trade offer. Oh my God. That just went through. Oh, yes. Your boy just got the big dog. I pretty much packaged, it's just a huge bet. Need Derrick Henry to really ball out. But, I sent Christian McCaffrey, who, is injured, should be back in, 3 weeks. But, I'm kind of in a position where I need to start accumulating some wins. I can't really take the hit. I sent Cooper Kupp off, who's been really good, focal point of that offense, and he looks great. He looks like he's gonna be a week to week producer. Might be the wide receiver one. He currently is. So I sent some big chips away. Derrick Henry has been out of this world. So, it's a huge bet. This is a big trade. So, Mason, big balls on you for having the confidence in your team, and accepting the deal. And we worked it out. There was a lot of back and forth, but we got it through. On the other hand, I did have, other offers, and I just got to put Jeff on blast. He sent me an offer for I can't remember. I think it was Calvin Ridley and McCaffrey, and he was sending me like Chase Edmonds and a pretty good receiver like Diggs or Metcalf or somebody. I can't remember off the top of my head. So it was a fairish offer. I think he was sending me 3 pieces. I think he was sending me a quarterback too or something. But I don't know. I just looked at the deal and I was like, this really doesn't make my team any better. So I asked Jeff, I was like, I don't really understand how this deal would make my team better. Like maybe looking for his perspective. And his response is basically, your team's trash. You need to score points. It's like, all right, man. Thanks. So anyway, just like notes out there, try to have more of a conversation. Like the whole thing where you kind of go in low or whatever to kind of like negotiate to what you think is a fair deal is, you can do that in like home leagues with leagues with your girlfriend or and stuff like that, but you can't, or like coworkers or something, people that just, kind of casual players. But if you're in a serious league, in this league, that I am in, it's a super flex league. And it's, we're going on, let me count the plaques here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 11. It's in its 12th season. So, when you're playing with savages like that, don't waste their time. Send them a good offer. Me offering, first I offered McCaffrey and Ridley, that got turned down. Even that offer, I was like, man, Ridley could blow up. He could, he has a great schedule down the stretch. And obviously CMC could be a freaking league winner on his own when he gets back, and, he'll be rested from having 6 weeks off essentially. And I kind of already ate 3-4 weeks without him. So, what's a few more? So, it didn't feel great sending it, but I was like, man, I got to have confidence in my team. I got to make a bet here. I got to go out, get Henry. Got turned down. There was some back and forth there. And then today I was like, man, let's bump this up. It's even bigger risk, but there's no trophy for second. Someday I'm going to make a trophy for third next time I finish third. But yeah, I got the Dirk, I got the belt. I got a few Infinity Stones. Like, I'm here to wreck shop. I'm not here to finish 5th or, first or third. That's my goal every year. So yeah, let's go. Mason, you're a freaking legend. So, that's just, some free advice. show some respect to your trade partner, and try to work it out. Try to have a conversation. I sent a lot of feelers out to guys to see like what they're looking at. I look at their team, and if I see like a way we can both benefit, then I'll throw an offer out there, and I try to offer legitimate offers. Don't just like I'm not really targeting any players per se when I look at teams. I'm just like looking at positions. Like I know I'm weak at quarterback, so I just start looking at teams who's got 3 good quarterbacks, and then like what's their need, and see if we can find something to meld. I'm not trying to like pull anything over on anybody. I'm trying to make my team better, number one, and the best way to make my team better is by making the other person's team better, and then just having the confidence in your assessment and the players that you have, that you'll be able to carry some good results for the remainder of the season. So anywho, happy to talk more about that. If you guys got some feedback, hit me up. The other thing this week on my mind, Formula One is back in the States. We got Danny Rick. He's going to demo one of Dale Earnhardt's car at the track in COTA, the only Formula One track I've ever been to. It's a great track. The S's at the start of the track are freaking brutal. They look amazing at sunset. There's this tunnel this walkway that goes over the S's after the first corner. And yeah, it right on sunset, you get it like cresting the hill. I remember was watching a Porsche race there and going over that bridge, and it was just absolutely majestic. But yeah, they got the tower there. They got Nessie, the Brontosaurus, whatever they call the thing, that has the glass floor ceiling, which I went up to, which is, terrible. But yeah, it's an awesome track. It's had some good races. I believe Hamilton was on pole, or excuse me, led FP1. They haven't had FP2 yet, but it looks like it's going to be a Mercedes weekend. I threw some shekels at Hamilton to win and to get pole position. So hoping that cashes this week. And yeah, hopefully the title tightens up. It could be a good week. Perez looked good. Perez has done well on this track before, so he might sneak up on there and in the podium. Bottas sounds like he's taking an engine penalty, so that'll suck for the constructor's title for Mercedes, possibly. And yeah, Danny Rick, he does well at this track. He loves some Texas, and Lando obviously be up there. Might get a good day from Charles Leclerc. He was up there in practice. It just seems like Ferrari doesn't have the race pace, and if the race just proceeds as normal, it might be a tough week for Ferrari. But we will see. I'm excited for this one though. Should be on at a decent time for us Yanks here. I think like 1 p.m. Pacific, maybe noon. I don't know. Just double check that. Race Sunday, qualifying tomorrow, which I will miss. But yeah, that's why you have F1 TV. This thing's money. I got AirPlay going. Shout out to Best Buy. This lazy salesman, he hooked it up, and yeah, I'm just loving my setup. So really appreciate him out there doing the Lord's work, and his wonderful wife supporting him while she questions her life decisions and selection of a life partner. I had to just throw that shot in there. Anywho, one other thing, another stilt, the crypto bull run is on, which is exciting. Bitcoin hit an all-time high, Ethereum hit an all-time high. Solana was up there. Just, all the quality coins are doing great. And the poor Doge is sitting at a quarter. It kind of had its run. We like to see a little guy get some attention, but they're like the I wouldn't even say the Florida Gulf Coast. They're like the Aztecs. They're good for now. By the way, I put $1 bet on the Aztecs to win at like 50,000 to 1. If it hits, I think it wins like $5,000 or something like that for the national title. So go Aztecs, undefeated. But yeah, so crypto's up. Bitcoin sitting at 60K. It might dip back down to like 55, 56 or something. Just looking at charts and stuff, doing my basic analysis. There's a pretty popular analyst who thinks that it will close October at like 63K, which seems fair. And then in the preceding months up to 100K and over. So, for those who are crypto curious, hit me up. I really feel like, I think me and Jeff are going to have to do an episode about like the fundamentals, the details, kind of the philosophies behind it all, because it's not just, a get rich quick thing. It's more of a, I don't know. It's more of, I hate to call it like a revolution or something, but it's just a complete paradigm shift in the financial industry, and kind of putting more of the power in the people instead of governments and banks. The banks are, once, people are already catching on to it, but anywho, so we'll dive deeper into that on another episode. But if you have any questions about it, hit me up. You could buy Bitcoin for $1. You could buy some of these other coins, although I wouldn't recommend it long term. But you can sprinkle around and diversify, and just learn about the different things. I'm really into NFTs too, primarily like sports ones. Obviously, have some Top Shot things that have gone up in value a little bit. I just copped Kevin Garnett. Kind of like archive one from like 2005 or 2006. I won it in a. No, I won it in a not a lottery, but yeah, I was in the queue, and luckily I queued up in time to get a pack, and that one's going for about $100 right now, which is pretty good. But I'm holding on to them because I think long term, I just think it's just really going to catch on. It's different than like having a serial number, because you're kind of limited to whoever supplies that serial number. But with NFTs and the blockchain and stuff, anybody can verify that the stuff is legitimate. So just hit me up if you have questions on that. But we're gonna hopefully do a deep dive soon. Quick touch on baseball. We got the championship series going on, the division, the league championship series. So AL, it's the Red Sox and the Astros, and then we have the Dodgers and the Braves. Both are 3-2. Houston leads 3-2. They have a game tonight, and then the Dodgers are at the Braves tomorrow, down 3-2. So, really back and forth series. Obviously not rooting for the Dodgers. The Dodgers Astros rematch would be entertaining, but nobody wants happiness for either of those teams, who both cheated, by the way. Both cheated. I guess the Dodgers haven't been officially implicated, but there are rumors that the Red Sox, the Astros, obviously all had like sign stealing tech involved, which may or may not still be going on, but who knows? So yeah, we'll have more baseball reaction. We got the NBA going on. Just fired back up. I don't have much NBA takes, but what a time for sports. October is always awesome. In November, just wish the Padres were involved. It's weird because like the Braves, they lost Acuna, and here they are one win away from the World Series. The Padres. I mean, I don't know what the Padres deal is. That almost feels like it's got to be its own episode. I know it's not. I just know it wasn't all Jace Tingler's fault. You have AJ Preller, who, he makes like splashy moves and gets these big acquisitions, but he also has like traded some big pieces away too that have done really well. Trey Turner. Who's the pitcher? There's a pitcher on the Red Sox right now that they dealt away last year or 2 years ago, who's like just killing it. So I don't know. It seems like ownership might be the issue. I do appreciate that they're like mixing it up and willing to, take some risks, but it's the issue isn't just simply Jace Tingler was trash. And if Jace Tingler was trash, then like who handpicked Jace Tingler? It was AJ Preller for some reason, who is the one actually making the decisions on the roster, the lineup, like all that shit. He's just, Tingler's just the guy in the dugout. So, we'll see. Maybe make or break for Preller. We'll see what they do in the offseason. They'll have Clevenger coming back, the swaggiest of the swag on the team, who, didn't even get to play this year. So we hope Tatis, get the surgery, man. I know you're listening. Get the surgery, please. But yeah, that's going to wrap it. I got to be a little short today, but thank you for listening. Good luck to everybody in their fantasy matchups and by apocalypse. And till next time, get some PF Changs with the big dog. I got the big dog. Toodaloo!